What's up guys, Eric from BeatSonic. Today we have here a 2016 Toyota Camry and we're going to be installing the BeatSonic S-Connect interface. It's going to allow CarPlay and Android Auto to play using the factory infotainment screen. Everything about the factory screen is going to be the same. The only thing that's going to be different about it is you'll be able to play both CarPlay and Android Auto depending on the phone you have. You plug it, it'll auto detect the phone that it's connected to and it will load the appropriate application on the factory screen. So let's not waste any time and let's get in the vehicle and get started. Alright guys, now that we're in the vehicle, the tools they're going to need to get behind the radio is going to be Phillips screwdriver, a panel removal tool, and also a 10mm socket with the socket wrench. And the first step you want to do is remove this tray over here. So what we're going to do is just grab a hold of this and we are going to just pull it just like that and just go ahead and put it aside, and you'll find that there's two Phillips screws in here. Use your Phillips screwdriver. You're going to remove these two Phillips screws. And then next, we are going to remove the shift knob. So go ahead and hold down the shift boot and press down. It will release the shift boot from the shift knob and just turn the shift knob counterclockwise. And once you have that out, this is ready to come off. So what will help actually is put your vehicle onto ignition mode. And then hold on to your brake. Before you do this, make sure your e-brake is turned on. Hold on to your brake, change the gear, and then go ahead and remove this. Just like that. And then we'll go ahead and push this back here and turn off the vehicle. Alright, there's some connectors behind here. This one only has one connector. Just go ahead and remove this. Alright, so the next step, we're going to remove these two Phillips screws over here. Okay, and then we are going to remove this pocket. There's going to be a few connectors that you're going to remove. Alright. Okay, next we are going to remove these two Phillips screws right here. Okay, and there's another one on this side. Okay, next step, remove this top piece over here, top vent trim. And how we do this is I'll grab a hold of this and just pull up. And then remove the connector behind this. Next step, we're going to remove the four 10mm bolts. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, once we got all those four 10mm bolts out, you're going to pull assembly out. And then we're going to lay it on this blanket here. Like that. And the connectors I'm going to be focusing on are this, and also this one down here. Alright, so now that we're behind the radio here, we are going to disconnect these two guys. Press down on the tab, the release tab on the connector, and pull out. Never pull on the wire. Okay, I'm going to do it on this one as well. Push down and pull on the connector. Okay, and one more. Push down and pull on the connector. Okay, and then you will find the matching connectors on our kit. We are going to daisy chain it. It's a T-harness. One end will go to the harness side. The other side will go to the radio. They will all clip into place. Okay, and we have one more. Alright, so everything is in place. For this customer, we're going to be reusing the factory USB connector. So the factory USB plug will become a CarPlay. So that's the USB connector right there, the factory one. You're going to unplug it. You'll plug our USB harness into it. And this other end is going to connect to the USB of this plastic box. And then let's also connect the other things on the plastic box. The audio side is going to be next to the HDMI. I'll plug the HDMI here. And then there's a 2-pin power connector. This guy into there. Okay. And then the other side is going to be the microphone. like that. Okay, everything's connected. And then we're gonna grab our metal box, the HDMI side. And then we're gonna connect the main connector, which is here. All right, so now that everything's connected, let's first test to make sure it works. Okay, how you wanna go inside into the CarPlay mode, you're gonna double press the power button. All right, there it is. Let me plug my phone into it. Just for the test, we're gonna plug it directly to the box because the USB plug on the car, we already disconnected it. All right, there it is. All right, looks like everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Let's play some music. Before I do so, before I play music, let me change the source to auxiliary. There it is. What's the weather right now, Siri?
It appears to be raining right now with a temperature of 48 degrees.
All right, cool. It looks like everything's working. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just clean up the wires and tuck everything in. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of room back there behind the radio for me to install everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And after I clean everything up, we're gonna do a final test, and then that will conclude our installation. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, so we went ahead and after testing that everything is working, we cleaned up the wires, tucked everything in. For this Camry, the interfaces actually fits really well right under here, under the radio. So if you could tuck all the wires to the back and tuck the interfaces boxes behind this area, there's a lot of room back there. So that's what I recommend. So we went ahead and did that and close everything up. Now let me go ahead and continue on with our demonstration. So everything about the vehicle is going to be the same. The infotainment system and so forth, nothing's gonna change about it. And in addition, your factory backup camera will continue to work, no problem. And then you will want to connect your phone into this factory USB port. This is because we use the optional USB harness on this vehicle so that we could retain the use of the factory USB port for the CarPlay. And the other end of this, of course, is to our iPhone is connected. So before we get on into the CarPlay mode, make sure your car is in the auxiliary mode, AUX. And once you're on there, there's two ways to get in. One way is to double press on the power button. And then it will take you into the CarPlay mode. If you want to get out, go ahead and double press one more time. And that'll take you back to your factory infotainment screen. Another way is to just jump out of this, go to FM radio, go to source, go back to aux. That'll also put you into the CarPlay mode. And every time you want to get out, once again, double press. And when you double press this, make sure the two presses are very firm. Press, press. And then also note that this button is actually a power button. So if you're playing music, and you press the power button once, what is it gonna do? It's gonna turn off the radio, okay? So if the screen shows that the music is playing and you don't hear any music, that probably means that your radio is turned off. So just press the power button one more time. It should resume the sound, okay? So sometimes if you mispress this, you end up pressing it one too many times, then radio might actually turn off. So just keep that in mind. When you don't hear music, just press it one more time and then you should be able to hear the music. As you can see, the picture quality is not going to be as sharp as your phone, but it is still usable. And we do recommend to use Waze. Waze comes out the more clear. All right, so if you want to open up Google Maps, you can do so as well. Let's see, go to the nearest gas station.
Head north towards State Route 39 South, Beach Boulevard.
All right, and depending on what application you have loaded on your phone, it's going to automatically show up. So since I have Spotify, Spotify is showing. Okay, and you can go next track doing this, or you can also press on the steering wheel control for the next track. And then previous track is down. And if you like to summon Siri, you can go ahead and long press this. What's the weather, Siri?
It's currently cloudy and 50 degrees. Expect rain starting in the...
All right, guys. Well, this concludes our installation demonstration of our BeatSonic S-Connect interface system for Toyota vehicles, which will enable the CarPlay and also Android Auto to your factory infotainment system. If you have any questions, please drop a line below. If you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe and make sure to give us that like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.